Hey, Angel here for mynexttablet.com today with the 10 best Android tablets of 2018. Alright, a couple of words first. First of all, I did review all of the tablets I'm going to show you in this video. I pretty much review all tablets that are released. And you can find the reviews in the description below. You can find videos and written reviews. Everything is on this channel and on mynexttablet.com. Let's start with the best 10-inch Android tablets. And the best Android tablet overall is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4. It has the best performance of all Android tablets I reviewed. It has a great Super AMOLED screen, which is a really pretty screen that's easy to read and has a nice contrast, nice color reproduction. It's really the best screen of any Android tablet out there. It has other premium features like an iris scanner, which works pretty nicely, and 4 speakers, which are nice as well. It also supports an S Pen, which is included out of the box, and that is an active pen, so you can do some drawing or handwriting. Another important feature is that it is running the latest Android Oreo. However, in the past, this lineup, the Galaxy Tab S lineup, has gotten updates much longer than all other Android tablet lines. So if updates are important for you, this one is the most likely to get updates the longest. Its only downside is the price. It's really very expensive. Alright, the second one on this list is the Huawei MediaPad M5 It is very fast, has a great performance, however, it is not as fast as the Galaxy Tab S4, and that goes for pretty much all features. It has a very high resolution 10-inch screen as well, however, it's only an IPS screen and not an AMOLED screen. It has a full metal body with 4 great speakers, which are a bit better than the Samsung one, by the way, and it has other premium features like a fingerprint scanner. This one is not as expensive, and I think if you're looking for a good Android tablet, a really good one, this is the best value because you're not paying too much and you're still getting a lot of hardware. Alright, the runner up to that one, number 3, is the Huawei MediaPad M5 Lite. And as the name suggests, this is the Lite version of the MediaPad M5 It has a similar full metal body design, and it has those premium features like 4 great speakers and a fingerprint scanner and even an optional pen. You can buy that one separately. However, the performance is fine, but not as awesome. Like, you can play games at maybe medium graphics, but not very high usually. And the display is fine again, however not great. It only has a full HD resolution, which is fine, but not as high resolution as the other two are. Alright, the number 4 is an alternative to the MediaPad M5 Lite, and that is the Lenovo Tab P10. That one has a very similar display and performance to the M5 Lite. The performance is just a tiny bit weaker, but very similar. It also has those similar premium features like 4 speakers again and a fingerprint scanner, which is really great. However, it does not have a full metal body. It has a glass back and a metal frame. And its main difference to the M5 Lite is the software, which is almost vanilla Android. Samsung and Huawei customize the UI very heavily. It's very highly customized Android, while this one is almost vanilla Android with just some minor customizations. Sadly, it cannot play Netflix in HD. The other ones can, this one cannot, and it might be fixed with an update, but not yet. And a kind of alternative to the Lenovo Tab P10 can be the Samsung Galaxy Tab A10.5. It has almost the same hardware as the P10, literally the same processor, the same display resolution, and it has 4 speakers as well, but no fingerprint scanner. Instead, it offers facial recognition, but that one is kind of terrible. It has a plastic body only, not even a metal frame, no glass back, just plastic. And I can only recommend it if you can get it at a cheaper price. If the Huawei MediaPad M5 Lite and the Lenovo Tab P10 are more expensive, if you can get the Samsung at a cheaper price, then that's interesting. One feature that it has going for it is it will probably get longer updates than the Huawei and Lenovo tablets do. However, it too cannot play Netflix in HD, but maybe that might be fixed with an update in the future. But again, not yet. Alright, and number 6 is the Huawei MediaPad T5 Now this one has almost identical hardware to the M5 Lite 10, which has been pretty high on this list, right? The hardware is almost identical, especially the processor. In some countries you can get it with a bit of less RAM and a bit of less storage, so keep that in mind. However, the performance is really good for its price. It's a great low-end, cheaper gaming tablet. You can play games at medium graphics as well, and it has a pretty nice full HD screen. Now that's very similar to the M5 Lite 10, however it does not have those premium features. Instead it only has 2 fine speakers, not great but alright. No fingerprint scanner, no full metal body, there's a metal back, but the frame is made out of plastic. So if you don't need those premium features and want to save a lot of money, then you can take a look at the Huawei MediaPad T5 Now the last place under the best 10-inch Android tablets is the Amazon Fire HD 10. Now it's the worst in this list, however it has an awesome value. For what you're paying, you really get quite a lot here. It has a plastic body only and it does not look that high end, however it's well built. It has a full HD screen, which is totally fine, it's a nice screen. The performance is decent, you can play a lot of games at medium graphics, but not at high graphics. And it's mainly great for content consumption. You can watch Netflix with it, Prime Video from Amazon obviously, read Kindle ebooks. It has Amazon's versions of Android running, which is called Fire OS. It's not pure Android, like you can install the Play Store separately, but it does not come preloaded with Google's apps. So you have to do some work to get it maybe going. If you like YouTube and so on, you have to install it manually. But besides that, it's a really great value. Alright, let's take a look at the best 8-inch Android tablets that you can buy right now. And the first one is the Huawei MediaPad M5 It's basically a smaller version of the MediaPad M5 which was number 2 on the best 10-inch Android tablets. And the performance here is awesome. It's even a bit better than on the MediaPad M5 It's a great performance, you can play PUBG and so on at high graphics, and it has a very high resolution IPS screen, again 8 inches. It also has a full metal body, which feels really nice and is well built. It has 2 really good speakers and a fingerprint scanner, which is certainly nice to have. Now, the next one on this list is much weaker. It's the Amazon Fire HD 8. It's a great value again, but the worst one on this list. It has a full plastic body. It does not feel high-end at all. It feels pretty cheap, but it is well built. It's actually relatively robust. Now it has a decent 8-inch screen, a decent performance, which is fine for low-end gaming only, and it has Amazon's Android again, which means if you want to watch YouTube and so on, you have to install it manually. That's relatively easy to do, but just something you have to do manually. Now, the last place on this top 10 list, we are at 9. The last ones are 3 tablets that I can recommend as alternatives to the Amazon Fire HD 8 because the performance of those 3 is almost identical to the performance of the Amazon Fire HD 8. However, those 3, they do run Google's Android, and they're a bit pricier, and the build quality is maybe a bit better, but really not by much. It's mainly an alternative if you prefer Google's Android. Now, the first one is the Samsung Galaxy Tab A 8.0 2017, then the Lenovo Tab4 8, and the Huawei MediaPad T3 Again, the hardware is very similar. It's mainly about the software if you prefer standard Google Android. Alright, these are the 10 best Android tablets I can recommend in 2018 and beginning of 2019, because the next Android tablets might be announced at Mobile World Congress, which takes place at the end of February of 2019, and it usually takes 1 to 2 months for them to be released. So the newest Android tablet might be released in maybe April of 2019. So up until then, this should really be an up-to-date list, and you can always find additional information on mynexttablet.com, and there you can always find the best 10-inch Android tablets. Again, I review all of them, so if you are interested in tablet reviews, subscribe to the channel. I'm NJ for mynexttablet.com. Thanks for watching.